I have acquired some new gear, and I'm going to kind of run through the way everything works now. There's been some changes since the last time I updated the video. I'm level 90, and yeah, I'm going to talk about some of the changes to the tree that are currently planned, and some other things. So, actually, I'm going to go to the Eternal Lab to talk about these, because Eternal Lab, you actually can see the Merciless Resists. Like,
Coral amulet, woohoo!
alright,
Yeah, that's right.
so, go ahead and turn my auras on here.
Oh, how nice.
Okay,
Giving
so,
power charges.
first of all, I have changed my micros. So, I'm now using this kind of flame eye micro, and using 2 crimson weapon effects just to kind of look pretty. Let me turn off guild chat for a little bit here. Okay, so first thing you may notice, I now have this pretty fat shield total. First, I'm going to kind of go through the level 90 update. So, my tree, I got this point with level 90. The more mana regeneration and the larger shield is a little bit more shields. There's some other options, but this is really good. It helps me do like no regen maps easier, and among other things.
Too much peanut.
With the new tree, there's a lot of changes to this area down here in the south. So, the big thing here that's going to change is that I'm going to end up coming down this way to Iron Reflexes through these dex nodes, and I'm currently planning on going across the heart of the duelist tree. We'll see how everything works. I may change my plan when I see the numbers, but I have something saved. Yeah, so if I get more levels at this point, they are pretty much going to go into more shields. But the way I'm going to get more shields is going to be by increasing intelligence, because any node that's like a 30 int node is better than a 6% node. So, with that in mind, I'm probably going to grab this node next at level 91, just to get 6% more shields. So, one of the big things here is that now with my new gear, my damage is, I have very, very good damage. I don't need more damage, so I'm focusing on getting tank. I'll probably change up a little bit. I'll try to maintain my damage in the next patch, but it'll probably go down a little bit. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could potentially get this about on level 100. Not worth, I don't think. Anyway, so, this is my point at level 90. I could have gotten something else, but I got that just kind of because it's kind of a quality of life thing. So, let's get straight into my current stats here. So, I will have you know, my DPS when I get on my charges now is 100,740 or so. That's been pretty nice. I'm going to go to my hideout to discuss my new gear, but if you look at my stats here, all my resists are overcapped by at least 7%. And, yeah, we are pretty solid here. I now have that 7,500 armor. I used to have about 4,800 armor, so that's a big change with some of the new gear that I've gotten. So I'm going to go to my hideout. You may notice I no longer have a chance to block spells. I'll talk about that a little bit. So, I'm going to go to my hideout. This way we can see the gear I used to use and the gear I'm using now. So, alright. All the gear I've been working with on page 17. So, this is my new chest. This is a Carnal Armor. Okay, it has less ES than my previous chest, but it has very good evasion. And it has a good intelligence. So, the main reason why I've been getting more evasion is because with the new tree, I'm not going to be able to get as many armor nodes, at least in its current state. So having an evasion chest helps me to take better advantage of the shadow evasion nodes, and will keep my armor rating up. So this chest replaced this chest you can see here. I net lost a little bit of lightning resist, but I was pretty overcapped on that. Lost a little bit of strength, but again, I don't care about that. I'd rather have int than strength because it gives me more shields. Lost a little bit of shields in terms of flat numbers, but I actually gained because of the intelligence on the item. So, I also replaced my gloves. So this is a pair of sorcerer gloves. It's got good shields. It just has that percentage shield mod. It's got 40 int, attack speed, and mana. I put the fire resist on to keep my resist up. The gear it replaced was this pair of gloves right here. So as you can see, I've gained shields, lost evasion, but I actually gained evasion because of the chest. And I gained damage. And I lost some fire resist and cold resist, but again, that's made up through the chest and the master mod. So, my new boots. I had this pair of boots in my stash. It's good armor, excellent shields, pretty good resist. I put movement speed on there because I can't get a hybrid mod and I don't need more resists. Potentially, I could just put more resistance on this item and that would kind of free up other slots. It's an option. I can always use a level 8 Haku a level 8 Tora to remove that movement speed mod there. And those replaced my rainbow strides. So the big thing here is that I don't have that high of a block chance to begin with. So I get a 6% block chance, a 6% spell block chance, which isn't really that much. And the mana is kind of okay. These boots have better shields. I lose some resists, but that's made up, again, through my other gear pieces. So I'm not like super high overcapped in anything now, but those boots have better stuff. So if it came down to it and I needed to balance my resist out a little better in the next patch, I could always switch back to these. So, yeah, so with all this new gear, I gained about 375 ES, which is pretty solid. I was at 5,150, and now I'm at 5,524. So, and then the other thing to mention here is that with these new gloves, they have a little better cold damage roll, but they have some attack speed on them. I have another pair of gloves here that I could potentially use. They have better attack speed. They've got that flat fizz, and they have some fire resist and some rarity. But the issue here is that I really, again, I don't need more damage. I just want more life. So that's why I picked this pair of gloves over them. So that's about it for the update to the build. Oh, actually, skills. So, first change. I'm currently using on my Flicker Strike, I'm using Flicker Strike, Curse on Hit, Melee Splash, and Assassin's Mark. So this way, when I jump around to targets in the middle of mobs, I curse them all, and it enables me to get power charges. I reset this recently. Should be back up to 2020 pretty soon. And then I'm using Power Charge on Crit on my Whirring Blades. That's pretty much the same. My glove setup has changed a little bit. The core things you need here are your Discipline, your Reduced Mana, and your Hatred. I'm carrying my Grace if I need more armor in my inventory. And this last socket is free. I've just kind of put a Herald of Ash here in case I just want to try to do a bunch more damage. I can't actually run this. I don't have enough mana available. But it's something that's nice to level and potentially could be useful. I could do something like Discipline, Herald of Ice, Herald of Ash, or something like that, just for kind of fun. See if it works or not. I haven't tried it yet. Other thing I've changed, I'm no longer using Enhance on my Blood Rage. So I lose 1% life leech from this. It's not that big of a deal. The attack speed bonus is something I don't need because I'm not low life. So I'm still using Increased Duration, but now, in the last socket, I have equipped Vol Haste. Not Vol Haste, Vol Discipline. Excuse me. So, with this, I get a bunch more shields, and it makes me extremely tanky. I just put this on, I've tried it like once, it's fantastic. It bumps my shields close to 7k, and the constant regen is just amazing. So, I highly recommend this. It's also kind of a good thing to see like how good I would be, how high my shields would be if I actually used a shield. So, it potentially means I could have 7 to 8k ES pretty easily with a good shield, which is pretty interesting. That said, your damage will be horrible if you just use a Bloodseeker. So, I've been considering a shield version of this build, just for more life and a better block chance, but we'll see after the next patch. Such a build would likely, you'd probably want to use a good Rare Claw with Volpact, maybe. If you use this, I couldn't see you getting more than 20, 30k, which is actually good. You might be able to get 20, 30k with the Bloodseeker and Abysseus. But I'll have to test it. I have an extra 6 link now, now that I bought this one. Um, and yeah, I pretty much cleaned out my on-hand currency for this. So it's got a lot of tier 1 mods. But anyway, so I have an extra 6 link on hand, unless I sell it. So I could potentially make another Chaos Inoculation character. Also, I bought this chest with 5 blues and a red as the color sockets. I rolled this with 36 crowns, which I thought was pretty fantastic. 36 being I used the at least one red gem in the Verusi crafting bench 9 times, and on the 9th time I got it. So yeah, pretty solid. Also, you probably saw the guild chat there. I have joined a rather large guild. It's got some pretty cool people in it, like Bear and Skyforth and stuff. So it's nice to be part of a community and have people to play with. So when you see me streaming in the future, that's probably what will be going on if I play with other people. So yeah, I really like this armor micro. I think the whole thing looks pretty sick with the Blood Rage. And yeah, the Immortal Call setup hasn't changed. Oh, here's something else I changed. So on my weapon swap, I've got a fast attacking rapier and a bright beak. So I just jump around with Leap Slam. Yay! It's fun. So anyway, I may be making a new hideout soon. I might make a video on that, but currently we're doing pretty good in the hideout department. My L round is almost level 8. All the masters in here are level 7. Once I get, I believe, 2 level 8s, they will trade out the spot. And I'm going to bring in, I need to bring in Haku. I will need to bring in Haku and get him to level 8. Even level 7, it'll be pretty important for when I'm working with the kind of gear that can be improved by one master mod. So, yeah, that's that.